Today we're going to do something really cool. We're going to compare all the different image to video models here at pixeldojo.ai. Now, Pixel Dojo is a really cool project that I started just over a year ago, and the idea is let's create a place where you have all of the cutting edge generative AI image, video, and language models all in one place so you can use them and create some really cool stuff. So with that out of the way, let's jump right in. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the image creation side, because if we're going to start this out, we need an image to get started with. So you can see here on the left-hand menu, you've got all of these different sections. You've got create, transform, characters, enhance, train, and even an experimental section. If we go to create, you can see we've got Flux Creator, and that's what's open here in the main panel. Now this gives you access to all of the latest Flux AI image generation models. You can see here you've got Flux Schnell, Schnell LoRa, Flux 8, Flux 16, Flux Pro, Pro 1.1, 1.1 Ultra, Dev Realism, and Dev LoRa. So you can not only train LoRa models here if you wanted to fine tune and create a character of yourself or someone else, but you can also use all the latest cutting edge Flux models all in one place. So we'll start with our prompt, mushrooms on a cutting board, screaming. And you'll see this enhanced prompt feature. This is really cool. It's a large language model that's fine-tuned to create really amazing prompts. So if you're not sure how to get those amazing photos that you've seen some people take using some of these generative AI tools, you can start here. And if you just click that button, you'll see in just a few seconds, it takes your prompt and it enhances it. Create an ultra-realistic, high-definition image of a variety of mushrooms artfully arranged on a rustic wooden cutting board. And you can see it goes on, talks about the art style and everything else. Now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to select Instagram portrait as the size that we want. And let's go ahead and create 4 images. Click on Generate, and it's creating all 4 of our Flux Pro 1.1 images. And you can see it only takes a second for those to come back. And those are pretty spectacular, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to save one of these images, and we'll go ahead and start looking at the image to video models. We want to bring these to life as actual characters that we can test out. So if we scroll down a little bit further, you can see this image to video section. That's where we're going to jump into next. We also have text to video. We'll talk about that in another video, though. Now on the image to video side, you can see it's a very similar interface to the last one that we used for Flux. And if you scroll down, you can see all of your images that you've generated in the past, and you can paginate through them. This is my personal gallery that I've got here, so you can find the image that you want and you can just drop it in here. Now on the model side, we've got a number of different generative AI video models here. So we've got Haiper 2.0, Runway Gen 3, Kling Pro 1.5, Minimax, the Hailuo AI, and Minimax Video 01 Live. This just came out a few hours ago, so I've already integrated that in here. And then Luma Ray. This is what Luma Dream Machine is also based on. So all you have to do to get started using these is you scroll down here and you go to your My Media and you click on one of the images. For Luma Ray, it allows you to use a start frame and an end frame. This is really cool because it gives you extra control over not only how the video starts, but how it ends as well. So you get a little bit more coherence. You can see how it actually interpolates between the 2 images. But for a lot of these, you just start with a start frame. So we'll go ahead and just click start frame, and you can see that's popped right in there. Now for the motion description, describe the motion you want. We're going to do something really simple here, and we're just going to say mushroom screaming. Now, of course, we need to change not the image of our dog. We need to change this to an actual image from the previous generation. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll select the model and we'll click Generate. This only takes a few seconds, and it's going to start generating our video right here in the middle. And you can see that happening here. Now let's take a look at the results from each one of these models on that original image. The first one we have here is Haiper 2.0. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it generated. Haiper 2.0 is a model that's been around for a little while. You can see it starts off slow and then it morphs into this really weird sort of, I don't know what's happening there. They don't have any eyes or any pupils in their eyes when it first starts. and then it looks like they're starting to smile, and then it sort of morphs away. Not exactly the best of the models that I've seen out here, but there's use cases where it could be your go-to. Next up, this one's probably one of my favorites. Generally speaking, Kling Pro 1.5 usually has pretty good quality results from it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one, and doesn't disappoint. That's actually pretty cool. You can see all these guys starting to kind of smile and look scared out of their minds, which is what you'd expect from mushrooms on a cutting board, I think. So not a bad result from Kling Pro 1.5. This next one is Minimax 01 Live. This is the brand new model that just dropped, and so far from what I've seen in examples elsewhere, it's been a pretty good model. Let's see if it disappoints. Interesting. So not too bad. You can see down here in the back behind this kind of main character, you get some abnormalities that are happening. It doesn't quite keep all the characters together, but not too bad of a result overall. You still get these kind of horrified mushrooms that looks like wiggling around the place. Runway Gen 3 is up next. This one always does a pretty good job. And let's take a look. Oh, cool. They started running all around. Looks like they're in a panic. I actually really like that. It looks like they start screaming and then they just start scrambling and running all around. Really cool result. I actually like that one a lot. Now we've got Luma Ray. This is what Luma Dream Machine is actually built upon. Take a look at this one. Oh, I love the camera zoom in on that one. Now you can specify the motion of the camera. So you could specify that you want the camera to zoom in on the characters. I didn't do that in this case. I intentionally kept the prompt very vague, just so we could see what it would come up with. That's a pretty cool result though. I quite like that one as well. And then last but certainly not least, we've got Minimax Hello AI. This is the original Minimax. It's been around for a couple months now. And okay, not much motion. What was that? Is that like a tomato that popped out of his mouth? Look at that at the very end. It looks like he's got a tomato that pops out of his tongue and just sort of flops down. Really interesting. You don't get a lot of movement from other than these first maybe 2 or 3 characters. None of the other guys behind there have much movement. Now, these aren't cherry picked. These are just the first generation from this first prompt. So if we iterate on this a couple times, you might be able to get some more results that might be quite different, but not too bad overall, I would say. Now, one of my favorite things about Pixel Dojo is that after you're done generating these images or these videos, you can go into your My Gallery and you can make these publicly available here in the community gallery, where everybody can come here and admire your work, check it out. And when they click through, they can actually see some of the settings that you used in order to generate the video. So you can see the prompt, for example, and you can see a description of the video as well. And sometimes you can see, obviously Kling Pro 1.5, so you can see the model used, and then you could go in and generate your own using similar settings. Now, of course, this isn't free. I built this so that it would be as accessible to as many people as humanly possible, so I try to keep the price as low as possible. Having said that, it is $25 a month. That gives you 400 credits, which you can come in and generate hundreds of images. You can train LoRa models, and you can use any of the 30+ tools that are built in to the system. And as anyone on my Discord will tell you, I'm adding new features and new models almost daily. In fact, rarely does a day go by where I don't add at least 2 or 3 new features to the site based on customer feedback. So I'd love to see you over on Pixel Dojo. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.